Urban exploration. Modern art.
Urban exploration to me is just, it's a form of art. I take a lot of photos when out on urban exploration trips for school and personal use. It's also something I've always been interested in, just exploring my surroundings and places that people wouldn't normally go to or see, places that not everybody knows about or would think to go, and yeah, just go around and have a look.
Urban exploration is getting into abandoned buildings or down drains, just areas places you don't normally go and where the general public can't see.
As a lot of people don't know, Urbex stands for Urban Exploration. It's basically, there's groups of people, all over Australia going into abandoned buildings, drains and all sorts of weird places. One well-known group is the Cave Clan, which basically they go into a lot of, a lot of drains around Melbourne and just all sorts of places like that.
I do urban exploration because I enjoy photography and I enjoy getting into areas that I know you're not meant to get into and where you wouldn't normally see. I think a lot of these abandoned buildings and stuff are actually really quite beautiful in what they look like, even though it's sort of urban decay instead of sort of natural beauty as you normally think about it.
My favourite locations are usually abandoned sites like factories or houses or just general buildings that haven't been touched by people in a long time. Yeah, natural decay has always sort of been what I've got my eye on, like weeds and trees growing up through the floors of houses and stuff like that. It's always what I've been really interested in.
Why do I do urban exploration? Well, I find it kind of relaxing. You go into these places, you can go into abandoned buildings and drains, and especially with drains, you get underground and so there's literally like no noise. So you can sort of sit there. I mean, apart from, you know, occasionally you're near a manhole and a car drives over or something.
There's probably three main different types of urban exploration. Some of them, a lot of them, like especially infiltration, above ground sort of crossover, as well as below ground. Below ground is things like abandoned subways, drains, even caves. Above ground's like what we've done today, going into buildings that are abandoned and, you know, just left to decay. And then infiltration is live sites. So some people go into like the live train tunnels, live construction sites, which is sort of what we've done today, this construction site over, but yeah, they're the main three.
The graffiti, I don't mind it in some places, like underground, it definitely makes the place more interesting. Like here, there's graffiti all along the walls and stuff, and it's quite interesting to go around and look at all of it, but and above ground sites like abandoned factories or houses and stuff like that, I'd prefer there to be no graffiti, just to show the house as it's naturally decayed, but rather than someone's gone through there and smashed it. But yeah, it can be good and it can be bad.
Dude, you should check out some of these tags. They're from the 90s.
So I got into urban exploration and photography when I met up with a group called the Melbourne City Drain Painters. Basically, they would go into drains and buildings and all sorts of weird places, and we create our own world using light painting. So that's what I get out of it. You can control the amount of light, and you can just paint whatever you want.
I think urban exploration is definitely something that will expand in numbers in years to come. It's just not many people know about it, and I've talked to people at school or just around, and like when I explain it to them, they often think it'd be something that they would be interested in doing one day, maybe. So yeah, it's just a matter of people knowing that it's something that you can do.
Chill.